Hello, today I have more power banks, 4 more, all from Iniu, but unlike previous videos, I'm going to be doing these in a series. So today we'll be focused on the smaller 10,000 milliamp hour offering. There have been a lot of requests to get these onto the channel, so thanks for all of those. This power bank fits the bill of being a more pocket-sized power bank and should be good for a phone charge and a watch charge on the go, but not much else. For 10,000 milliamp hours, you shouldn't expect much more, but questions like how heavy is it and how much performance can it really deliver will be deep dived in this video. In this series, I try and answer the question, which power bank do I want to get? The videos get technical, so hang on and ask questions if you don't understand something. The performance is measured and compared to near competitors. Hopefully, I'll find out if one of these Iniu power banks is a great buy or if they're all more for the stay away pile. As I slowly build up the list of power banks tested, hopefully I will find some better ones. So that is why this video is here, to find out if this is that better power bank. If you want to help support the channel, there's a link to Patreon, the super button, and my website down in the description. Special thanks to patrons and channel supporters. First up in the Iniu series is the Iniu PowerPaw Slim 10,000 mAh power bank with model BI-B41. This is the smallest offering I am looking at from Iniu and is also the most basic. The power bank comes in a cardboard box and has a plastic wrapping. The user manual is pretty basic here, just a table and a lot of text describing the other features. This does carry a PSE or Japanese safety listing, which is not always found on power banks. The power bank itself has one thing I don't like. The coating is that rubber coating that turns to sticky goo in like 5 years. This is probably the deal breaker for most people, or you have to maintain it to keep it from getting gross. It has 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. The USB-C port can be used for charging and discharging. The operation of this power bank was pretty straightforward. It has a power button. The button will wake up the power bank as well as turn on the flashlight feature built into the power bank. This is something that's mostly gone away on a lot of these, and I could see myself using this once in a while though, so welcome here and not a big deal to add. This is a 5-volt only power bank. It doesn't have the ability to negotiate for any higher voltages or power levels. The power bank does stay on when connected with a low power device. It may require you to wake it up, but that does mean leaving in an Apple cable plugged in and the device powered on. It will drain the battery to flat, so something to be careful of. Disconnect the cables if you aren't using it for a while. The power bank did have a pass-through capability, so if you need to top it off while it's charging your device, you can do that. If that power source turns on and off, like say using a solar panel to top off the power bank on a cloudy day, it will not function as an uninterruptible power supply, so it will cut off the output each time the input power goes away. This will require a disconnect and reconnect each time it goes out. So this power bank will leave you in the slow boat, but for a 10K mAh power bank, it is really in line with what other people are doing. I think this makes sense for a small power bank like this. The energy capacity was reasonable versus the rated size, but the charging isn't as good, which is also typical for this power and size range of power bank. So for every 10 watt hours you put in, you get 6 watt hours out. In terms of the charging speed, the power bank charged at the rated speed. It was able to pull just 15 watts during charging. It took about 3.5 hours to get to a full charge. The charge did taper to a slower speed at about 2.5 hours, which would get you to the 80% charged mark. So not real fast, but not the slowest thing I've seen either. Considering how compact the device is, I think this is a good result. The efficiency are presented here as well as the energy or storage values that I measured. I have tested worse, but here are the numbers for you to make the decision if this is the one for you. This power bank is easily within the 100 watt hour requirement for extra non-permitted air travel of power banks. These are definitely small and lightweight, but remember these can't power larger devices, so phones and watches should be fine. Also remember that watt hours determine if it can fly, not watts. The thermals on this power bank were not surprising at all. During both the charging and discharging test, this power bank stayed nice and cool. Yes, it gets warmer than ambient, but it is also doing work, so it is expected to generate some heat. But no overheating incidents, and the device runs right until the battery is flat with no hiccups or interruptions at its rated power. So from that perspective, it is really a win. And comparing this with other power banks in the 10K arena, it's just more of the same. They all perform extremely similar to each other. This one does take a slight edge of holding a bit more energy and is a little bit more efficient, but this is not a statistically significant difference. In terms of the value, the tables turn a lot. This power bank is right up there with the Anker 325 in terms of value, It's half the storage, so therefore the actual purchase price is downright reasonable. For a portable and low power device, this is honestly where I think the pricing should be, and it makes the device stand out. I didn't include the $60 Nightcore here since it's just so far away from the competition in terms of value. Onto the density chart. Another way to look at the data is the energy density. This looks okay. The 10K mAh power bank is not the lightest in terms of volumetric density or weight per energy, or even power density, but for a small, thin, and light power bank, it holds its own. Again, I just don't consider the Nightcore here. The 10K weighed 200 grams and the Nightcore weighed 150 grams, but stored less energy too. I consider 50 grams as not significant. If you are an elite athlete and every ounce matters, you aren't carrying a power bank. You have a support crew that carries it for you. If you are training, you probably want to carry more weight anyway. That's always been my theory. If 50 extra grams is your tipping point, then look elsewhere. This isn't the power bank for you. Overall, this power bank looks alright. The cost is the real benefit here. For that lower price, you do get a slightly heavier but better capacity power bank for the 10,000 milliamp hour level. It doesn't really stand out from the bunch in terms of features and functions, but it does everything it says it does. It doesn't overheat, and it doesn't cut out while charging or discharging. In terms of reliability in the long term, leave it down in the comments if you've had one of these for a while and how it's been for you. This is part 1 of the 4-part Iniu series where I will be checking out 10K to 25K Iniu power banks. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. There will be affiliate links down in the description which cost you nothing but help support the channel. I have lots more adapters and power banks. Check the All Things website linked in the description for upcoming videos, and as always, I will see you in the comments section. Goodbye.